Hello and welcome. My name is Melissa. I am the owner and artist here at the Top Drawer RVA located in Richmond, Virginia. I'm also a Dixie Belle brand ambassador. Today, you're going to join me on my painting journey for this botanical vanity. So this vanity is a custom order, and there's a couple things that you need to know about it before we begin. This vanity is for a beautiful 13-year-old girl. She picked every color and thing that went on this piece. She went through the Dixie Belle website and drew up this design. Isn't it crazy amazing? I'm so excited to get to work and make this dream become a reality. First things first, always clean with Pristine Clean or White Lightning. Then give your product a light sand scuff. Since I work out of my home in my dining room, this means I need to use Slick Stick because this is a shiny laminate style wood and I don't have the room or the time to sand anything down to raw wood. Slick Stick is amazing for a gripping primer on any surface. I like to use a roller to apply my Slick Stick. You're going to need 2 even coats. Put on that first coat entire on the piece. After about 2 to 4 hours, you're going to come in and apply your second coat. Then, here's the ticket, you need to wait 24 hours before you paint. Your Slick Stick must cure for 24 hours before you apply your paint onto the surface. Since you don't want to be washing your Slick Stick down the drain, I make sure to use a foam roller and a chip brush. Both are easily disposable after I'm finished applying my product. Let's talk design for this piece. Now, this gorgeous girl picked beautiful Palmetto for the top of this piece. She wants Palmetto to be on the entire top painted surface, moving down into more of a neutral tone, and then have the Magnolia Garden Transfer come up around the edges. My Slick Stick has now been dry for 24 hours. I came in with Palmetto, a little bit of dried sage, drop cloth, and Sawmill Gravy. All of these colors are going to be ombre blended together on the second coat. My initial first coats kind of are my layout for where I'm going to let the paint live. It gives me a good eye to kind of gauge where I want everything to be settled and gives me a good start. So after that initial first coat has dried, I'm going to come in with my Best Dang brush. Your Best Dang brush is an amazing blending tool. I have one for wax and one for paint. I keep a paper towel or a t-shirt on the floor to wipe off the excess amount of paint that sticks in the brush when I need it. Then I use small circular motions to ombre blend the wet paint on the second coat together. So on the top of this piece, I did straight up Palmetto across the whole entire flat surface. 2 even coats will be used, and I will definitely seal it with more than a couple coats of clear coat for protection. Let's add a Bells and Whistles Magnolia Garden Transfer. When you open your transfer tube, you're going to find the sheets inside. This one contains 4 sheets of Magnolia type of a transfer. You can then cut up your transfer and apply it to your piece. If it helps you to use blue painter's tape to tape up a layout before you begin, by all means you should do that to help you plan your piece. I continue to build up the layers around each edge and the leg of the piece, layering the transfers and cutting them around the drawers where needed. Bells and Whistles transfers are super easy to use. Peel off the protective backing, adhere it to your piece, and use the small burnishing tool to make sure that it sticks well to your piece. I like to move in around the edges and then pull gently to release the transfer. After sealing the base of my piece with clear coat, I came in with my Best Dang Wax in brown, along with my French tip brush. This is going to go onto the interior parts of the drawers, anywhere I want to add a little bit more drama and age to the piece. Since this wax is water-based, it's really easy to wipe off. I use an old t-shirt, dampen with my spray misting bottle filled with water, and wipe back that existing wax to leave a nice aged finish. Since I'll be reusing the original hardware for this piece, which is a burnish type of a gold, I want to get in there with some gilding wax and gold to accent the edges on the piece. This is just going to give it a little bit more of a pop, and since this is an oil-based product, you can always do this last. You can use your finger or a small brush to apply your gilding wax to any edges. At one point, this piece would have had a mirror on the back of the vanity. The little girl that's designing this piece did not want a mirror up here. She's going to be using this as a desk and her art supplies. So I painted the interior with Palmetto and then came in with Magnolia Garden Transfer and added a gorgeous accent. I'll seal this area as well with clear coat. After the top of the vanity has dried, I came in with my blue sponge and my clear coat and added at least 3 coats of satin to protect this. I also then relined the interior of the vanity. This vanity also includes a cute little chair, so I removed the upholstery and then came in and did the same similar pattern minus the palmetto on this piece. So since this was going to sit against the lighter part of the vanity, I didn't use any of the green on the base. I just used the gorgeous neutrals to paint this area. I also didn't slick stick this bench because I really feel like a good sand will be adequate for adhesion. Now normally I would use slick stick, but since this is a small piece, I was able to get in here, sand it, and clean it well enough for my paint to stick well. I added new material to that gorgeous seat, and my vanity was complete. The colors that this little girl picked were amazing. It absolutely won me over. I couldn't believe how well they went together with the Magnolia Garden Transfer. I'll definitely be repeating this again, and probably quite soon, since she has a dresser in the shed that she wants the exact same look on. When she came to pick up this piece from my home with her father, she was the cutest little thing. I've never heard such a sweet, kind voice say thank you so many times. It was adorable. And even better, this is a photo of her room, and look at her little whiteboard. So cute. Thanks for joining me on my painting journey.